Today on the channel, we build Dusty Rhodes Build-A-Figure, and we rank the latest and greatest Monday Night War set from my least favorite to my favorite.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Here, and welcome back to the channel for another Build-A-Figure review and set rankings. This time we're talking Monday Night War Series 5, and we're talking the Dusty Rhodes NWO Build-A-Figure. But of course, for all your WWE Monday Night War needs, Walmart. But for everything else under the wrestling sun, hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. And of course, we're going to start this video, going to talk the Dusty Build-A-Figure. In the back half, we'll rank the entire way from my least favorite to my favorite. Stay tuned for that, of course. But Dusty Rhodes, what more can you say about the old American dream here? We've had a lot of Dusty Rhodes figures. I still feel there's a lot more we could get in the future. We do know around the corner, early next year, I believe at this point, Ultimate Edition Target exclusive Polka Dot Dusty is around the corner. Can't wait to get my hands on that one. I would really like to see a lot late modern day, whatever you want to call it, Dusty Rhodes, right before he passed away, basically. I'd like to see that. Very reminiscent of the Jakks pack we got with his son Cody Rhodes back in the day. I would love to see that in the Elite line, or possibly an ECW Dusty Rhodes as well. And of course, there's a lot of different looks over the years from the NWA, Florida, you name it, we could have as well. But what I didn't think of very much, and I don't really think of this off the top of my head, is Dusty as a member of the NWO. I remember that night he turned, I think it was like, was it on, it wasn't on the Steiner Brothers, I forget who it was, but it just felt weird and forced. It just really felt like Dusty shouldn't have been a member of the NWO. Of course, he was friends with Hall and Nash, and that was kind of the thing, I guess. But it just didn't feel right. It didn't set right. It just felt weird, and it felt strange to me. And it just never really caught on, at least as far as I'm concerned. And I don't remember it being around, Dusty and the NWO. It wasn't like he was there for years. It felt like it was like a month, and then he just kind of faded away. And I think he left WCW for a time. And then I think he did Turnbuckle Wrestling or something like that down in Georgia. And I could be mistaken on my timeline, but it felt like a blip on the old Dusty radar as a member of the NWO. But that being said, I love a deep cut figure. I love all incarnations of characters, and this is a pretty deep cut incarnation of Dusty Rhodes. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who say, wow, I didn't even remember Dusty being in the NWO, but he was. But let's dive into this one here. Let's go through the accessories first. So we get 2 gripping hands on Dusty out of the package. Then we get 2 fists of Dusty Rhodes Fury. And you watch out for those Dusty fists, of course. We do get some glasses, some interesting orange-style glasses here, looking very good. Almost reminds me of the J.J. Dillon Build-A-Figure glasses. Different than those, but kind of the same kind of feel. Then he just got an NWO ball cap, and of course, Dusty known for his ball caps back in the day. If he wasn't wearing a cowboy hat, he was wearing a ball cap. We got the NWO ball cap right here. And then we get down to Dusty himself. So we do get the old man Dusty head. And like I said, I feel like they could almost reuse this one as a more late in the career Dusty Rhodes with Cody and stuff. I would love to see that redone. But I do think this looks like Dusty, maybe just off a hair. Just a hair off. Not sure exactly what it is. I think we need more blade scars in the forehead. I'd like to see that. But it almost looks like we got a little of that in there. That could just be my eyes playing with me. I'm not sure. But Dusty got that just kind of disappointed look on his face there. It's just like he's a little disappointed. Got a little bit of mouth movement there. But he's playing those human hits. He's got 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. So he is a human after all. Got that blonde Dusty hair, of course, and the bigger head on Dusty. Looking good for what it is. And then, of course, you get Dusty in the body. Bigger torso, bigger guy. I think this fits well for Dusty. This really is reminiscent of Dusty, especially at this point in his career. Size-wise, got the NWO New World Order painted on shirt. Would love a soft goods shirt, and I have some NWO soft goods shirts in my collection. However, they're not going to fit this big torso. So, would have been cool if we could have got an extra large NWO soft goods shirt with this one to really make it feel elite. I guess we'd have to go third party for something like that at this point. Does got the short NWO shirt on here. It's not long sleeve, anything like that. One wrist tape on the side over here, nothing on the other side. And he's got 2 gripping hands, as we mentioned earlier. Got those big old blue jeans once again. And once again, I'm a broken record here. These could be used for more modern day Dusty Rhodes as well. Little brown cowboy boots down there at the bottom, looking very nice. Articulation, arms all the way around here. You do get a bicep cut. Double jointed pinless elbows. We're here for that. Hand removable back forth side to side. Head removable back forth side to side. Hula hoop up top plus traditional waist on Dusty. Got those big old pummel horse Dusty balance beam. He's ready to put on the pummel horse, go up like that, and then come back down. We know Dusty, just a master on the balance beam. And, of course, the pummel horse, his specialty. Maybe not. Somebody fact check that if you want to. Leg goes up. No real bounce back, so I'm happy to see that there. We do get the thigh cut. Double jointed pin knees. Take my eyes out of the game a little bit there, but I've seen worse for sure. And then you do get the boots side to side, up and down. A little bit limiting. Little bell bottoms on old Dusty down here. Now, Dusty should fit on a Mattel WWE ringside collectible stand. Yes, he does. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. I felt the hat was a little tight of a fit on that big head of his here. It does fit on there okay. It's just kind of got to stretch it in there a little bit, but it does fit. But a very fun Dusty. It is fun to get a deep cut like this. A perfect Build-A-Figure. I don't think this would sell the best on its own by itself, but as a Build-A-Figure, which kind of feels free, definitely works for me here. And I will say this Build-A-Figure went together very smoothly. Sometimes they fight you on the arms and legs. 0 issues on this one. So it went together very, very nice. Did old NWO Dusty Rhodes. But a couple of Dusties over the years. Like I said, we're getting this one in the Ultimate Edition here, but this is going way back in the day to his original Legends figure. And then, of course, NWA style Dusty as well. Another hat Dusty. Give me all the Dusty Rhodes, of course. I love Dusty Rhodes. Loved him back in the day. I would never say he was my favorite wrestler, but he was a guy that always kept us entertained. Always enjoyed Dusty Rhodes' stuff. Still to this day, and we do need more Dusty Rhodes action figures. Hopefully Mattel maybe gets us one in the Legends line in the future. We'll see what ends up happening there. But for Dusty Build-A-Figure, not a bad day at the office, if you ask me. But let me know your thoughts on this Dusty Build-A-Figure in the comments down below. But now we got to throw Dusty with the rest of the mix, and we're going to rank Monday Night Wars Series 5 from my least favorite to my favorite. All right, time to rank Monday Night Wars Series 5 from my least favorite to my favorite. As usual, remember, this is my list. Put your list in the comments down below. My list, 100% right. Guess what? Your list, 100% right. Put your list in the comments down below. And, of course, we're going to start at number 5, work our way to number 1. Number 1 going to be my favorite of the Monday Night Wars Series 5 here. And I got to say, a mixed bag of a lineup at first look for me. And first, when it was first announced, wasn't so sure about the Dusty Build-A-Figure. Not bad at all. 6 just kind of felt like we've been here before. Ended up being the sleeper of the set here. Lita kind of just here. Razor Ramon, a deep cut, wasn't so sure about. That seemingly worked out pretty good. And then the Warrior's going to always be the Warrior to me. You guys know how we do here on the channel. So a mixed bag lineup, but the greater sum of all of its parts really worked out pretty well for me here. But we're going to start it off, of course, at number 5. You can probably guess where it's going at number 5. It's going to Lita at number 5. Not enough newness on this one for me. It just felt like it was kind of re-released. Really a way to keep costs down for this wave is probably what it is. It's nice to get a new Lita figure every once in a while, but not a ton of meat on the bone for this one. I really prefer her last Elite that we showed in that video over this one here. I felt like they took a little bit too much cost cutting, especially on the top just being painted in there. I would have liked to see more of that. I did have some quality issues with the feet. I had to heat those up, move those around. So we'll see some more quality issues from Mattel once again. We'll do a video on that, maybe possibly on the channel I've been talking about for a while. A lot of you guys and gals, and maybe not the gals, but a lot of guys have been asking for that. Maybe we will do that video, and we'll do the AEW one as well. I just don't like to do too many negative videos. I don't like to do any negative videos, honestly. But I know a lot of people want to hear that stuff, and I'm sure those negative videos will get more views. That's the way it ends up going, and I don't know. It is what it is. That's a whole nother soapbox here. But this Lita, it's great to have a Lita. It just doesn't set my world on fire, and she's a very distant number 5. I will say that as part of this whole set here. Now it gets a heck of a lot more complicated, but I'm going to go Razor Ramon here at number 4. A good Razor, beat my expectations. A deep cut outfit. Heck, I don't even remember his match with Yokozuna. I know I saw it. I watched all wrestling back then, just out of sight, out of mind. It's been a lot of years, and it's just one of those matchups you don't think about. Oh, Razor Ramon versus Yokozuna. It just seems kind of strange. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But a good bad guy Razor. Interesting to get the double Fonz A hands. But he does look different. It will be different on my shelf. And he really does pop in this yellow. So not a bad Razor, all things considered. Not just better than these guys right here. Now we're getting down to the final three, and it gets tough, and especially 2 and 3, there's quite the wide gap between these, or quite the close gap between these two, I will definitely say that. But I'm going to go Dusty Rhodes here at number 3. Man, beat my expectations. Went together very easily. It's a deep cut Dusty that is perfect for the Build-A-Figure route. And as I said in the review earlier in this video, that I think a lot of people, you say, Dusty in the NWO, I don't remember that. It was a short amount of time, but it definitely happened. I'm glad it's represented in action figure form. Can't wait to see what they do with this Dusty mold in the future. I think they could easily get a few more figures of Dusty out of this with just some different paint, which would be pretty cool to see. So we'll see what happens with that one there, which leads us to the final 2. You guys have been around the block on this channel a time or two. You know what number 1 is. Of course, it's Ultimate Warrior, but I will start with 6 right here first. At number 2, the sleeper of the set right here. I never thought this would be number 2 in this set. I figured he'd be down towards here. Wasn't too excited. Maybe I just didn't pay close enough attention, but a fabulous, fabulous looking figure. Of course, he's the chase version. You get the little thug, I think, or 6 on the stomach is what you get for this one. And it is what it is with that. But man, oh man, I love this head sculpt here. A very, very impressive Sean Waltman head sculpt. The extra hands give it so much extra personality. Obviously, I would have loved a shirt of some kind, maybe that 6-Pac shirt or something. Not in the cards here, but man, the sleeper of the set, if there ever was one, a fabulous, fabulous 6 figure. And then, of course, Ultimate Warrior. What's there to say? I love the Warrior, so I'm biased right off the get-go, but I love getting all the different Warrior looks, and this was such a monumental thing in the Monday Night Wars for me, maybe others out there as well, but it was one of the highlights of the Monday Night War, in all honesty, for me. Just seeing Warrior back at it, in this time in WCW, where we'd only seen him in the WWF before. Very, very cool time. I am very disappointed about that giraffe neck. Hopefully I can maybe fix that a little bit. We'll see what ends up happening. But to get the Nitro Stage Ultimate kind of resurrected and elite, I'll take that as a victory here. I am just very happy we're getting this Ultimate Warrior. I love the blue jeans. I love how it just feels different than all the other Warriors we've received over the years from Mattel and even other companies here. But just a fun Warrior. Obviously a Warrior guy, I'm going to say that, but it really is a good one, and it's a pillar of the Monday Night Wars for me when he returned to action. So very, very fun set, a sleeper set as a whole. Definitely strongly recommend this one. And as I said, just last night as I'm filming this, I found this at a Walmart store. Buddy found him at a different Walmart store this week. They are definitely hitting the stores, so if you're after these, be on the lookout. I know it's tough. It's not fun. Well, I say it's fun. I love store hunting. I love going to the stores. I love the thrill of the hunt. I love not finding stuff, because when you find stuff, it makes it that much sweeter. It's just all part of the thrill of the hunt. You either like that or you don't. I understand that. But I was very happy to find this one. Check out my figure hunting videos where you can see my excitement as I do find this Wave 5 of the Monday Night Wars. So there it is, the Monday Night Wars Series 5. Be interested to hear your set rankings here. Let me know your thoughts on this set in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on that old notification bell. Always helps so you know when a video drops. Got 4 videos every single day between both YouTube channels. Make sure you subscribe to those. And even better, head over to the Patreon. You get everything funneled into there from both channels. All the glamour shots, early access to the videos, Q&As monthly, giveaways over there. There's a lot going on, of course, the Patreon. And best of all, you do appreciate and support the channel. You can also support the channel, PetersonTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget my book, The Complete Guide to the WWE Jakks Classic Superstars Series, available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, and now newly released on Kindle. Check it out if you have not. And then don't forget to follow me on social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for Series 5 of the Monday Night Wars, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.